came across a TikTok photo collage stuff of top 9 Blue Lock players from each arc, so I wanted to go over that real quick with you guys. And before I pick this apart, I just want to say I necessarily don't agree with the list. I want to get your guys' opinion on it in the comments down below, but let me know what you think. Anyways, let's start off. So we're already off to a bad start with the beginning arc, because you've got people like Nishioka, Okawa, Yuka. We've got like feetless characters. And not to mention, you have like Nagi and Ryo, like they're 100% better than Ryosuke Kira during this arc and everything, just like in general. Also, Baro really low. Isagi, I feel like shouldn't even be on this list for this arc. Then we move into the introduction arc, and we're already in another tough spot. You got Kira right here because he was the top rate out of the 12 people on Team Z. But how are we gonna put Ikaguri for the introduction arc here over people like Iman? There's also Naruhaya and Imamura that were higher ranked than Ikaguri that were left off. I mean, granted, Imamura is like a forgettable character, but Naruhaya is honestly better than Ikaguri. So again, Isagi should not be on this list, and Ikaguri should definitely not be on this list. But the rest is whatever from from Kira down to Kuon. Then we got the first selection arc, and honestly, I pretty much agree with this. Honestly, I would bump up Kunigami to about 5th, but I think 5th would be the best part for Kunigami, but everyone else I completely agree with. Second selection isn't too bad either. The only one I would say is too high is Baro. I feel like Isagi as well as Bachira basically outclassed Baro during the second selection, but top 4 definitely correct. I feel like Shigiri and Ryo are in a good spot there. Then we move on to the World 5 arc, and we've got the top 5, the World 5 in the top 5. Completely agree. Rin at 6, Aryo at 7, completely agree. Only one I had to switch out is Bachira and Tokumitsu because Tokumitsu was a bit higher rank than Bachira. He was part of the top 3. So honestly, I feel like Tokumitsu was a better player than Bachira at this point in the story. Then we got the third selection, and you can kind of tell that this person kind of likes Yukimiya because he put Yukimiya over Otoya, even though Otoya was higher ranked than Yukimiya. But other than that, honestly, maybe you could switch out Isagi and Shigiri, but other than that, this list is perfectly fine here. Then we got the U20 arc. Here's where it gets a little bit bad. You got Sai, Shido, Rin, Aiku, and Isagi. Honestly, you got the top 3 right. I feel like Isagi should have been higher ranked than Aiku, honestly. Then you got Yukimiya at 6. Tell me what Yukimiya does during the U20 arc. He does the street style dribbling, and he doesn't even get a goal off of it. He had like a million shots, all of them, like, they were just not, he didn't get to put it in. Pause. So yeah, I feel like Nagi should absolutely eclipse Yukimiya. Baro should completely eclipse Yukimiya. And Ryo, I feel like should have been higher than Yukimiya because he developed his chameleon ability really well, and I feel like he put on a better performance for defense than Yukimiya put in for offense. And finally, we've got the NEL arc. We've got Kaiser at 1. I'm fine with that. Rin and Isagi at 2 and 3. I'm good with that. Don Lorenzo at 4. Okay, good. Shido at 5. Baro at 6. You can maybe switch it out depending on how you feel about the characters. Nagi at 7. Charles at 8. And Yukimiya at 9. What the hell does Yukimiya do besides score 1 goal in the NEL? Over Bachira, who was carrying FC Barca on his back. Not to mention, you also have Ness. Not to mention, you could have had the 5 Masters in here. You could have had, like, you could have had Noel Noah, you could have had Chris Prince, could have had Loki, you could have also had Snuffy, and then you also could have had Lavinho. But if you didn't want to put the Masters, that's fine. But in my opinion, if you're not going to put in the Masters for the NEL arc when they're playing games, shouldn't have put the World 5 during the World 5 part. But anyways, Yukimiya, I like Yukimiya. He's an alright character. He's a good character. But this propaganda, I will not stand for it. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what you guys think.